Yeah, now I got chat. Now I got chat. It's that stupid shit about made for kids or it's not made for kids. So if you make it for kids, let's see who's first in. First in today is going to get something. First in today is going to get something. I got all kinds of silver here. You're going to get a piece of this silver. David Canham, you got it. You are the first in today. Guess what you're going to get? Let me get something out of here. Just any something. I got a piece of silver right here. Come on there, you old bastard. I got a gram of silver right here. Oop. And this is going to be yours. You got yourself a little Val Canby. See if I can get up there where it'll focus on there. Probably have to focus everything else out. Oh, shit, man. This is terrible. Trying to hold these little bastards. There, you got a little Val Canby. Come on, quit it. Fucking. There, it's a little Val Canby, gram of silver. That's what you got, buddy. Hey, Lakeland, Florida. Holy shit. I got to put your name on that, David. Hold up a second. I got to put all the rest of this shit away. I keep a bunch of silver up here, Grammys and stuff to give away. And every once in a while, I just give stuff away to the first person in. And you got it today, buddy. Normally, I send everything to Jenna and the boys, but today you get it. Let me see. I got to put a note on that. David, you have to email me your address, or do I send it to Jenna's address? Anyway, wherever you want it sent, email me. I'll get it out to you. It'll come in a little thank you card in a regular envelope. It won't be tracked or anything like that. It'll just be regular old mail. All right, let's put that right up there. Okay, we got that. All right, very good. All right, I'll send it Jenna's address. Not a problem. Yep, that's exactly why I had it on kids mode, because I thought, if I'm having computer problems, I might as well ask the kids too, because they're the ones that could probably tell me what the hell's going on. But, well, a couple of announcements to start with here. Let's get my little bands out. I bought a gift package, and I told you before my tobacco store is going out of business, so they have some specials that they've done, and I can throw one of them away. I don't need to keep them both. And they had this package. They had 2 whiskey tumblers, plus the little rock that you put into, and these are in the shape of dice. But you put them in the freezer so you can take them out, put them in a glass of whiskey, and it'll keep your whiskey cold, but it won't add any water to it. So they had 5 or 6 of those in the package. They had 2 nice whiskey tumblers, and they had 5 or 6 cigars. And they're not bad. They weren't bad cigars. They are Monte Cristos. Here's the label off the Monte Cristos. If I get it to focus without me fucking it up somehow. Come on. Where are you at? Focus, cocksucker. It tries to focus on my face. That's the problem. All right. We're going to go like this. There you go. Monte Cristo White Series. And it's got this little band on it too that you have to put up with. But they're a little bit too fat of a cigar for what I like. the white series. The Monte Cristos are all right, but they're a little fatter for my liking. And, sometimes I'll smoke half a cigar, then I'll just put it up and let it go out and then come back the next day and restart it, smoke the other half. Well, you have to, scrape the carbon off of there, the ash and the carbon, and then restart it. Some are really good on a restart. The taste is really good. Some really taste like carbon for 3, 4, 5 puffs before you get rid of that taste, and then it starts to smoke like a cigar again. And those Monte Cristos seem to be one of those that takes 5, 6 puffs before you get that taste out of there and start smoking and, start tasting like a cigar again. Yeah. Justin Johnson, long-haired guy, kind of like a big nose. He plays blues guitar. Yeah, I got several boxes down here that I'm trying to sell. I got this one here, the Dominicana box. I don't know where I'm going to get my cigars. And that's a Dominicana box right there. They're nice wood boxes from the Deadwood Tobacco Company. Here's the Girl with No Name. That's that, and I like them because of the artwork inside and on the box. That's the Girl with No Name, and I've smoked all these cigars, so it's not a big deal. Here's the Fat Bottom Betty's. The Fat Bottom Betty box. Yes, and I have smoked all these cigars. And I need 2 more boxes because I got 4 of the girls and there's 6 of them. This is the Crazy Alice box. There's which one? Sweet Jane and Leather Rose yet I got to get. Sweet Jane, Leather Rose, the boxes. But there's Crazy Alice. I sent, I think, a Leather Rose to Gatita Oso, or one of the gals I know online. She got the Leather Rose, and Sweet Jane. I think Jenna's got a Fat Bottom Betty box. And I got this other one up here for her that she's really going to like, I think, but it's not a wood box. It's a cardboard box. It's the Pure Evil from Gurkha. Man, I like these cigars. Yeah, there's another Jason guy that makes guitars too. You check out Justin Johnson one time. If you like blues music and you like guitars, slides, and all of that, but Justin's one of them guys, man. All right, I got to put all this stuff away underneath there. Anybody wants to buy a box, let me know. I got pissed off. I made 2 fish sandwiches last night. I'm sitting up here on my computer desk. I was eating while I was watching something, and I put my hand down like that, heavy. I broke the plate. The fucking glass went everywhere in my sandwiches. I only had 1 bite out of it. In my sandwich, I had to fucking clean all that shit up and throw everything away. I was pissed last night. I was pissed. Hey, 949, what's up, buddy? And then, what did I get in the mail today? Oh, I got this advertisement. It's a contest for the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. And you can win either $10,000, grand prize $10,000, or a hunt of a lifetime. Really nice hunts, too. And I'm not going to take $10,000. I am going to take the hunt that I want. I am going to go for the, right there, the Newfoundland moose hunt. Right there. That's the one I want if I win. I want to go to Newfoundland and I want to shoot a moose. Yeah, it costs me money to enter the contest and whatever, but whatever. I do that for, I went to a gun show in Osage and I put $10 into one of the local counties around here, their benefit auction raffle, and I won a bottle of hot sauce. And the guy called me up the other day. He says, would you like me to send you your bottle of hot sauce? I said, I'll tell you what, save the postage, and the next time you guys have a wild game feed or whatever, break out the hot sauce. Let everybody else there have it. So not a big deal. That was, I won something. God damn it. And I told you the other day, I bashed my head into my, I don't know if you can see that scar there or not, or that scab, but man, I really fucking hit my head hard. Right on the corner of that metal exhaust. Oh, man, it hurt. Hey, Jenna's here. Jenna, did you see this? You did see this, didn't you? That's that's the new box that you're going to get. I got some stuff inside of there. Oh, you're going to get this too. I forgot. You're going to get this too. John Wolf used to send out pay dirt in these, and there was a pay dirt, and I bought this from MLZB. So I got the pay dirt out in the shed. I'm going to pan that out, but you get this. So that goes in here. There's some other coins and crap in here. You got some wristbands. You got a slab nickel, and this was a GAW. Who won this? Damn, can't remember who won this, but they donated it to you. They said send it to you. So okay, I will. Now I forgot who it was. Damn it! And then these are all the cigar bands that I got hooked up in there. I got a lot of Pure Evils in there, and some other ones, and then I got some rocks out in the gemstones that I got out in the shed that I have to go through, and then there's going to be a package of them in here too. And then I got to figure out what else I'm going to put in there. Yeah, you're going to get that box. But the only problem with that box is that it's a cardboard box. It's not a wood box. I like the wood ones, you know, because you got one of the Fat Bottom Bettys. And here, out of that series of cigars, you know, the 6 girls I told you about, Deadwood Tobacco Company girls, these are the ones I like the best, the Dominicanas. Those are the cigars I like the best out of that series. And that's actually the inside of the box. I thought it was pretty cool, but it's not etched in wood like the Fat Bottom Betty and the Sweet Janes and the Little Roses are. But they're still kind of neat boxes. Come on there, you. Man. Why does everything want to fall down when you don't want it to? Man, all right, you son of a bitch. And that's why it's not made for kids. Because I cuss a lot. All right, we're going to put you back up there like that, and then you over there like that. God, dog, man. I don't know. I got cigar boxes. I tried to sell them. Whatever. I got one on my dresser that I got from Block Blockas, and he shipped it to me from Canada. I paid him $8 for it. It's a Benson and Hedges cigar box. I never saw one before in my life. A nice wooden cigar box. And I never seen one. So the bubblegum wrappers, yeah, bubblegum. I wish I had one of them cigars in here. I don't have one. Oh well. I got this. Oh hey. I do have one of these. You want that too? I was going to put that on something, but thought, what the hell? I got it here. Might as well throw it in the box. I'll throw it in the box. Fuck it. I got to put rocks in there too. Throw that in there too. fuck it. If I think any more thing besides the rocks. See, I got to pan out one more bag from, oh, shoot, whose bag is it? I panned out one of his bag, RJ bag, a dirt bag, and he has a lot of gemstones in his. I panned out one. I finally got all the rocks picked out of it. And I got to pan one more of his bag and pick those rocks out. Ah, yeah. I suppose so. I suppose so. I never thought about using them for that. All right. Let's open up this thing from MLZB. I don't know what the hell it is. But I went through my rounds. I went through my rounds. And I got a bunch of halves here. I kept the halves because people seem to be looking for halves. And I got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I got 90 rounds that are not just your normal Buffaloes and blah, 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 what SD Boyd, MMX, whatever. These are more premium rounds. So one of these days we're going to set the table back up again and we're going to start racing. Maybe on Ginger streams. Maybe we'll do it on Ginger streams. Anyway, and then I want to ask people if anybody collects. I know some people do vintage 1 ounce bars. I got some vintage 1 ounce bars too. I don't really want to send them in to get melted because I am going to melt a whole bunch here shortly. I have that 30 millimeter shell and I have that 20 millimeter shell that are going to get cast into silver. See, and the dog shut up because my wife finally come home. Isn't that something? That dog knows. Okay, we got the 20 millimeter shell because I did a 50 cal. So I got this 20 millimeter that's going to get made into one. And then I got the 30 millimeter that's going to get made into one. And that's just a bullet itself right there. But there's the case. And so I'm thinking it's going to take 35 or 40 ounces for that. I think. This one's going to take 12, probably. Let's see, I had a 50 cal. I had Ginger do a 50 cal for me. Here's a 50 cal. But that's compared to the 20 millimeter right there. The 50 cal took 7 ounces or something, 7.5. And so that 20 mil is going to take at least twice that. That's going to take 20 ounces, 14, 15 ounces maybe. And that 30 cal is going to take, or that 30 millimeter is going to take 40, 50. And that's just the junk stuff. You know, I call it junk stuff, but it's the not premium stuff. It's like Buffaloes and that kind of stuff. When I melt stuff, I don't melt stuff. I think the 30 millimeter is going to go out to Angry, and the 20 mil will probably go down to Ginger. So Ginger probably will do a video melting and maybe pouring it. I'll request that he does that. Angry, he doesn't do videos as far as I know of melting and pouring. So I don't melt. The only thing I melt is lead. I melt soft lead, not hard lead, but soft lead. I have a pot for that. And then I form that into blocks, bricks, whatever you want to call it. And that's mostly tire weight lead. But now tire weights are being made out of other stuff besides lead. So bismuth, zinc, that kind of stuff. And even shotgun shells, bullets are being made out of more copper than lead. Lead is still heavy enough that it uses it as the punch, but with the copper jackets on everything now, probably one day we're going to go to a place where we don't have any lead and any ammo anymore. Maybe. We just have to find something that's dense like lead is for that weight behind the punch. And how soft it is and flattens out and mushrooms and all that. So you need the same. It's like silver. It's like silver. Silver is the most conductive metal on Earth. And until you find a reliable equivalent substitute for it that's more readily available than silver, then silver will be king. And right now, lead is king. So what the hell is meeting butter? What are you talking about, you? Out butter Paula Deen? All right, whatever. I get lost in conversation sometimes because I'm not reading chat. I got a camera here and I got my monitor over here, and I got to constantly keep. See, that's why when I'm recording, I'm not looking at you. I have to look at you like this, and then I can't see the chat. And then I have to go over here and look at the chat. And then I should probably put my camera right up on top of my monitor. I had one like that. Maybe I could plug it back in again. I don't know. I got another camera sitting up there. I never thought about doing a 2-camera shoot. I'd have to. I don't know if I can do that on YouTube. I might have to do that on OBS. Oh well. Let's open this up and see what we got from Steve, shall we? Just like that. All right. Open a drawer. Yeah, you see my secret stash, my hiding place, where I got my tape and my stamps and my. And we're saving the. Yep. That's what it was. Which one do you give me? The God of War. Mm-hmm. It is the 1/1000th piece of gold, little coin. There we go. Face value of 50 cents. 2026. Yep. 1/1000th of an ounce. There you go. It's even got a number down there, 9476. Ain't that cool? And it's a Nui. Yeah. 50-cent coin. It's an actual coin. See if I can get it. There we go. Ares, God of War. There you go. That's cool. I like that one. I have several of these thousands I got, for gauze and stuff. I bought one from Jenny just to get her started one night. And that's the last one I bought ever. But, hey, it's still a piece of gold. All right. Back up here. Straighten up. You look like you're drunk. All right. There we go. Now I'm going to put my foot up. Oh, I got to move this over first. Hey, Jenna, I got to tell you, David won a gram of silver. So I'm going to throw that in the box too, if that's all right. See, sometimes it pays to be first in the chat. It pays to be first in the chat. Oh, that's it up. That's it back. That's it back. Who is I know who Paula Deen was, but I didn't realize she used a ridiculous amount of butter. I did not do that. I did watch her a couple times when she was on TV. What if you're last? You get the satisfaction of knowing that you were last. That's what you get. You get the satisfaction. And I know that that's good enough for you, Block. I know that that's good enough for you. Maybe I should bring this over here like that so I can actually see what's going on. Let's see. Maybe you guys want a close up of me. Maybe you want a close up of that. That guy right there. That's what you want the close up of, don't you? That's what you want. Let's get closer. Nah, that's not. Hey, Walter, how are you, buddy? When I make mac and cheese, I generally put extra Velveeta cheese in, always extra cheese, and then I put milk in. And a lot of times, what I'll do is I'll brown up a pan of deer burger. Could be hamburger, deer. I got deer, so I use deer burger. Um, brown up a pan of that and mix it in with my mac and cheese. That's good. Why don't you? Velveeta is good cheese. You use it for your cheesy nachos and stuff, don't you? Velveeta is Velveeta is not actually a cheese. It's a cheese-like product, but neither is American cheese. There's no such thing as American cheese. American cheese is a cheese-like product. So if you want real cheese, get real cheese. Uh, and a lot of times, but you got to realize melting temp's a little higher and blah blah blah. So Velveeta's good. It's good for taste. It makes it nice and creamy also. Why I don't understand why you don't like Velveeta. What? Oh, stadium style cheese. You know, stadium style cheese is a cheese product also, right? It's not a real cheese. Shredded cheese, depending on what kind of shredded cheese, is it cheddar? It could be medium or um, strong cheddar, or it could be Swiss, or it could be all kinds of different cheeses. But well, I'll tell you what, Block, government cheese. I almost think that was a cheese product because when my dad died, my mom had 7 kids, and we were all very young. We were on Social Security. That's what she was living on, and maybe his life insurance too. But we ate a lot of government cheese, powdered eggs, powdered milk. Um, what else do we have? Wasn't oatmeal. I think it was oatmeal and something like a cream of wheat or a Purina. Had a lot of that. I can't remember much meat, but we had a lot of carbs. So yeah, I remember government cheese. And you know what? There's still caves full of government cheese. Yeah. You're right. Velveeta cheese does, as it cools, start to harden up. And you can see that on nachos if you use just Velveeta on nachos. But if you mix Velveeta with something else like whole milk or milk in general, you can even put water in with it. It will thin it up to where you still have taste, but um, it doesn't get hard. And if you eat it warm enough, again, it won't get hard. But grits, yeah. Well, you call it grits or farina or um, I like grits. I didn't have grits until I went in the army, and now I love grits. You could put me two or three uh, soft fried eggs on a plate, cover that with grits, give me some toast, a lot of pepper and salt, and I am good. And if you mix grits with browned up hamburger, I like that even better. But combine that with the egg yolk, yeah, baby, I'm all about that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with powdered milk. Really, there isn't. Condensed cheddar cheese soup in my mac and cheese, mixed with shredded cheeses and sour cream. Ooh, I gotta try that. I'm gonna have to write that down. I gotta write that down. Let me see. Condensed cheddar cheese soup. That sounds good, especially with the sour cream in. But you're making it from scratch, right? Generally, what I'm doing is starting with a box of Kraft mac and cheese or Dollar General mac and cheese with a little cheese packet in there. So I'll brown up my hamburger, I'll boil my noodles, mix them together, put the cheese packet in there, a little Velveeta, squeeze out some Velveeta on there or chop it up, whatever, and then add my whole milk as I do that. But sour cream sounds good. Ooh. I might just try that. And you try that also. Brown up some hamburger, and you can make it real brown if you want, or lightly brown, however you like it, and then mix that with your mac and cheese. You'll love it, man. Oh, butter. Yeah, well, yeah, you got to have milk, but I have never put butter in mine. But again, I'm starting with a Dollar General box of mac and cheese when I make it. So yeah, and that's how I cook too. I don't measure shit. Oh, sour cream is good in stuff. If I just had to eat it with a spoon, no, no, it's not. Hey, Tarragonsu, what's up, buddy? I told you, was it last night or night before? Last night, night before. Last night, I think Durbin had another Pride of Two Nations coin set on the auction. I don't know if anybody bought it. It was $220. So yeah, I'll take a little bit of baked potato with my sour cream too, with some crushed up bacon on top, some parsley. Yep, yep, definitely, definitely. Are we gonna turn this into a cooking show? Let's turn this into a cooking show, should we? No, Tarragon, see what I got. I got a little piece of gold from Steve Looking for Silver. If you know when uh, you're on his streams, he has a program into his bot. If you're in chat, it'll pick a winner every once in a while, and some people win 2, 3, 4 times in a row, or in a night, and then they get a little piece of gold. Steve sends out a little piece of gold, or whatever is his God is your at the time. But yeah, so I won a little piece of gold. I finally won one. And what does MLZB does? He does him and Jenny do that tongue twister thing, and then he fills up a card, and then you get in a race at the end for a good prize, actually. But I got one of them tongue twister ones right one time, and you have to be a really quick typer to get them in first. So MLZB or Steve's Looking for Silver probably would. I don't know. Yeah, I know. You said you got that set, and I don't know what that one cost you, but the one on Durbin's was $220, and I don't think anybody bought it, so it'll come up again. I'm pretty sure. Who was it? Somebody on the stream said they already had one, but why not two? You know, I was thinking about it. I really was, but I wanted the bell at the end, and I got the bell. So, but still, even with the tariffs, you got it cheaper than what Durbin was selling for. Oh, that Mad Gab is just them tongue twisters are fuck, man. People have that type before I even got it read. I don't know how they do it. I really don't. I don't think so because Block has won several things from Durbin on gauze, and Durbin won't send them to Canada. Now, like Fervid, he has shit from Durbin sent to me, and when I get enough shit, then I send it to Fervid. What I want to do is get Fervid because he's so close to the line. He has a set up a post office box in the United States because he can just drive back and forth. As of right now, he's got a couple things coming to me, but I got I got 2 or 3 things in here for him now. And when I get enough stuff, then I'll send to him. So I think probably what you have to do is find a proxy in the States to send. Yeah, I know. Some people will ship, some people won't. I think, is it Steve Looking for Silver? Or MLZB? One of them was looking at shipping something to Australia for a dude. They had to look up the tariffs and all that stuff and the cost, but they were looking at shipping to there, and I kind of wonder if you couldn't use one of them as a proxy, but I don't know. You're on the naughty list. I'm almost kind of wondering what the naughty list is. Really kind of wondering. Now you got me thinking. That's another thing I got to do. I got to contact Adam J. Well, yeah, you have U.S. addresses, but how do you get stuff from those addresses to you? It's still got to cross a line someplace. This one, easy. It's a brush. It's just a brush. That's all it would take. Let me see. What was I was going to write something down. Oh, yeah. I got to contact Adam J. I need another chip tower. And they're only like $6 or $7, but he's got to print them. He's got a 3D printer and he prints them. I got 2 of them up there. You see him right up there. I got 2 of them up there, but I got extra chips that I need another chip tower for. Well, you should have bottle brushes everywhere now. So you must have had someone sending to you then. So you had a proxy basically, because that's the way Kiwi does it. He has his name on the address that I print, but it has Ghost Nancy's address. And so anything, she just takes everything that's got his name on it, puts it in a big box. When she's got enough, boom, she ships it. He pays for it, but she ships it. And then when he's sending stuff to the United States, like he's going to send me a big package here one of these days, and that'll come directly from him to me. It doesn't have to go through his proxy. It's weird. That's the way it was. I don't know if it's still like that, but that's the way it was. Oh, Jesus Christ. You had that many packages there and you never picked them up? I wonder what the hell you had. What'd you have? Did you have gold? Or was it stuff you got from Whatnot or eBay or Amazon or you bet it was drugs? That's why he never picked them up. He knew they'd be there waiting for him. Yeah, there's a problem. Send me a mailbox number. Email notes in them. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you got to drive across the border to pick it up. All right. You do the same thing Fervid does, except Fervid lives a little closer to the border than you do. I see. Fervid's got the post office there. He drives across and he mails stuff, but he's never set up a post office box there. And I told him he should just probably set up a post office box there. Holy shit. I think I'd be going to get him. Oh, God, don't tell me he's getting huge. Like he's going to be a balloon man or something. Like the Michelin Man. Don't overfeed him. Oh, my God. If he's going to be a tall, strapping young man, then all right. But they would ship it to me for a fee of $30 USD per package. It depends, man. If what's in them is worth it, you might want to pay him. I don't know. Oh man, thin that boy down. You're gonna have to. Hey, Muscle Show. You're gonna have to make that boy work. Get some baby weights. You have to set up a pull-up bar for him. Now, why would they do that when they could just use a fucking dog? Or you could have opened the boxes right in front of them and said, here, this is what it is. Get one of your friends that lives close to you, Jenna, who is a wrestler, and get him into wrestling. Right from a very early age, get him into wrestling and boxing. You know, there's so much other stuff that you can go get on a schedule that isn't drugs. They're fucking stupid. They're just fucking stupid, man. And people ask me why I distrust, don't like law enforcement, is because of that. Just because of stupid shit that they fucking do. And they don't vet people well enough. You got people on police forces, towns, cities, counties, all over this fucking country that want nothing more than to discharge that weapon that they're carrying into a human being. They want to do that. And they want to do it so that they don't go to jail for it. And I distrust all law enforcement, all of it, except my brother, of course. I trust none of them. Okay, very good. I'll check Messenger. I never check Messenger unless I get a notification in my email. Then I'll go and check it. But other than that, I never do. Yeah, a random search. Okay, but you don't have to tear a whole fucking vehicle apart. Did they put it all back together for you? No, fuck no. You had to do it yourself, right? They can bust down your door without a fucking warrant and rip your fucking house apart, but do they fix your door? Fuck no. Do they put all the shit back in your house? They care if they break shit? No, that's all on your insurance. Nah, fuck that. That's bullshit. I went to a convention in Mexico and dropped someone off at a hotel. Okay. So they dropped somebody off at a hotel and they were staying in another hotel or what? See, I don't get that. But did this person ride down with them to Mexico? I'm not getting the whole statement there. I'm not getting the whole story. Unless they went to the convention and met someone there. The guy needed a ride to a hotel, so he took him to a hotel. Okay. Well, obviously they were watching the dude that he picked up anyway. So yeah, I can see that. But when they came back to the US, they got a visit. Well, yeah, okay. Did was the hotel known what the hotel a known drug hangout supply place or what? You know, dropped his friend at the hotel when he came home. Okay, why did he go to the hotel? Why didn't he go to his house? I don't know. Whatever. There's more to that story than meets the eye, which I can guarantee you most stories are there's more to it than people say, but people leave out the details all the time. Well, they wouldn't have got a visit from the law unless the Mexican authorities watching that hotel, the convention and hotel, or that person, and then they communicated to the U.S. law enforcement about that particular person And then, yeah, I can see law rolling up on them just a question. You want details of what? What do you want? I can zoom into me. What more details do you need? I know I'm a handsome son of a bitch, but or did you were you talking about Mr. Tom there? Or were you talking about those things right there? I can tell you what's in there. Oh, shit. I hit the button, the wrong button. There we go. I can tell you what's in there. There's an M1 Garand. There's an 03A3 Springfield. There's a M1 carbine. There's a Thompson 45. There's a M16. There's a PTR 91. And there's a G43. G41, G43. Anyway, that's all that's in there, except in the bottom. And there's let's see. There's a Smith & Wesson R1. There are two Colt 1911 Series 70 38 Supers. One new in the box, the other one I used to carry, and they're in 38 Super caliber. And there's a what else is down there? Oh, CZ Shadow 2, and then a CZ Shadow 2 Compact, also down there, new in the box. 4 of them are new in the box. The one Colt 38 Super I used to carry, still my favorite caliber. Still my favorite caliber, by far. The 38 Super is a 9mm Magnum. That's all it is. Same bullet, longer case. And they do make a... and the only thing wrong with the 38 Super in a 1911 frame was that it was only a single stack magazine, so you only carried 8 rounds. 7 mag, 1 chamber. But I always said if somebody made a 38 Super in a double stack magazine, I would buy it. And they did. They made 2011s, which is a 1911 supersize, just bigger to handle different calibers. And it's double stack magazine or a stack and a half. But they're way too fucking expensive. Any 2011 is well over $1,000. Probably well over $1,500. And some of them up into the many thousands of dollars range. So that's why I don't have one. I have 2 Colt 38 Supers. One's new in the box, one I used to carry, and I have a Rock River 38 Super in a 1911 frame. I think it's all 38 Supers that I have, but you feel uncomfortable looking at my face? You wait till I shave this shit off. I'm going to shave this shit first here. I'm going to shave that. That's going to come off first. I know. I think maybe this stuff right here. This stuff will come off first. I think I'll all the way down to here, trim that up all the way around. Let me see. Like that. I'll take all this stuff off my neck down here. I won't take anything off of the length. And I'll take both of them down and around here. And I'm going to trim this shit way back. I could go Amish and shave off the mustache or just leave the beard. I could do that. I have done that before. You never shot a real gun before. Really? Really? I would start you out with a little 22 short and then a long rifle and just in a revolver. And then we would move to a semi-automatic handgun and we would explain the differences. but there's no recoil, negligible recoil in a 22. Get you used to that. And then I'd step you up to what I have is a 380 small handgun, but I would have a 380 in a full size handgun. That way it negates the recoil. And I could show you, I can't show you live, but I have this little one right here. But the recoil is so much harsher because you don't have as much mass, you don't have as much weight to absorb that recoil. And once you got used to that, then we would step up to a full size 9mm. And then we could go down to a compact 9mm, and we could go even smaller to the sub miniatures and then micros. But as you get smaller and smaller and smaller, the mass, the weight gets less and less, so the recoil impulse is harder and harder. So, and that's where I took my daughters to. I took my daughters to 9mm. I did not step anybody up to a 38 Super. I could have in a full size, but that's like a 9mm Magnum as opposed to a 22 to a 22 long rifle to a 22 Magnum. So it's about the same step up. And then we could go to 45 caliber and a semi-automatic large handgun. And if you're really feeling frisky, I got a 480 Ruger you could try in my Red Hawk, but my Ruger Red Hawk. Yeah, a 22 is like a pea shooter until you get one in the arm or the leg. Then it ain't a pea shooter anymore. It hurts. And it can kill you. So you wouldn't crack your skull with a kickback. It all depends on how you hold the weapon. If you're gonna pussy arm it, then yeah, you'll probably crack your skull open. But you gotta crank down. You gotta use these arms and shoulders for recoil. Not like this. Like this. An M60? Fucking M60. Great machine gun until you got to carry it a few miles. I wish I had an M60. I really do. Or even a saw. I wouldn't mind having a saw. I don't even have a belt-fed AR. I should get a belt-fed upper. But you know, the one thing about belt-fed guns is that you have links, disintegrating links, and you got to pick up all the fucking links as well as a brass. Nah, not worth it. Not worth it to me. Dream of the Michelin baby. Yeah, she probably got the guns to shoot the gun. No, my youngest daughter is the one that's not afraid to shoot anything. The oldest one was the one that when she came out from Philadelphia, we shot a few guns, and she found one that she liked. And I told her to get some more training back in Philadelphia because they have groups that have gun ranges and classes. I told her to go get classes, her and her husband. And yeah, because he came out and shot too, and it was the first time he'd ever shot. So my middle one's the one that doesn't shoot, and I'd like to get her out and just do a little plinking this summer. Paintball and airsoft. We used to play paintball with our scouts because we were teaching tactics at the time, and so we went to a paintball range, and they have woods and rivers and stuff you got to cross, creeks you got to cross, and open areas, and they have the whole little city thing you have to defend. And then once they got good at movement through the woods and over the creeks and up to the area, and once they got good at that, then we'd have like hunter killer teams, like 2-man teams out, 3-man teams out looking for them in the woods until they got up to the area that they were trying to take over. So yeah, we used paintball. Paintball is a training device, basically. You don't have to be a scaredy cat when it comes to guns. You just have to approach them with some respect and have someone competent teach you about them, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine with them. You just have to have somebody teach you that knows what the hell they're doing. That's all. If she could carry that baby around on her hip all day, she could probably carry an M60 too. They're just not as cuddly. they're longer and more angular than a baby. Weight's probably the same, but what time we got? 3:50 in the afternoon. What day is today? Anyway, what is today? Wednesday, ain't it? Thursday. Okay. Thursday. I was going to run to town yet today. I don't know if I want to get that done. I will go down to the shop, but I got to go down there because the cat decided she wanted to stay in the shop last night instead of staying out. So I got to go let her out. I got to feed her anyway. I should go down there and pan out another bag, and I could put another video on my phone, but I can't upload it to my computer because my computer is full. And ran out of storage space. I'm sure that's the reason why I can't upload. I don't know why the computer doesn't even recognize the phone. When I plug the phone into the computer, it doesn't even recognize it anymore. So, yeah, I know it's time to delete some stuff, but I'm trying to transfer some stuff from the computer to my hard drive, my standalone hard drive. But some stuff it says invalid file format, blah, blah, this fucking can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. So I don't know what I got transferred and what I don't. I think I'm just going to have to sit down and go through individual files, see if I still need them, and just delete them one at a fucking time and try to transfer, instead of trying to transfer a whole folder. I just have to go through each individual file. Is what I think I'm going to have to do. But I don't know. I don't know that. Don't know that for a fact. So I don't know. Well, I think that's about all I got today. I don't think I have a whole hell of a lot of other stuff. And we're at an hour anyway. Just wanted to show you. I got a little bitty piece of gold from Steve Looking for Silver, and that I did separate out all my common 1 ounce rounds, the Buffaloes and JM Boyens and SD and all that stuff. And they're all going to get melted probably. And I picked out all of the premium stuff, and that's up here on a table. And I want to do the same with bars too, because I got a lot of bars, 10 ounce, 5 ounce, 1 2-ounce bar. I think I got 1 2-ounce bar. And my 1 ounce bars, there are people who collect vintage 1 ounce bars, but when I was racing, I had them up on a table, and it seemed like nobody really wanted most of those bars. I got a lot of prospectors, different Sunshine minting bars, all kinds of them. Some old mints, but didn't seem like anybody wanted them, so I didn't separate them out. Fuck it, I'll melt them. All right, I will. All right, very good, you guys. I think that's it. I will check my messenger, and I gotta go outside and take care of my animals. Oh, by the way, I am babysitting the pit bull until Sunday again. Till Sunday. My neighbor asked me if I wanted to babysit his dog for the weekend, and I can't because I got the pit bull here. She's a golden doodle. Yeah, she's a golden doodle, and nice dog. Just the head's just empty. She hasn't been trained. She needs to be trained. I've got her sitting and I've got her shaking hands, but as far as coming, no, she gets off a chain and she'll just run for miles. Anyway, I can't work with her this weekend because I got the pit bull, and then pit bull will go home Sunday evening and whatever. But we will see you guys later. Have a good one. And don't let the bed bugs bite or whatever. Peace out.